our headlines for you today. Anger as the month-long bin strike in Birmingham shows no sign of ending.
I'm just outside the city centre where, despite some collections, the rubbish continues to pile up, where bin workers rejected overwhelmingly an offer to end industrial action.
Raw materials arrive in Scunthorpe today, but there is still uncertainty about the future of the steel plant.
It is so, therefore, meaningful for me as a place to balance and find a sort of sense of peace and reconnection in what is otherwise a very busy world.
The Princess of Wales joins the Scouts as she discusses her love of nature.
Good morning. Record delays mean people are now having to wait nearly 6 months to get a driving test. I'll look at new rules being introduced to try and cut waiting times.
Good morning from Lichfield, where we're finding out how Olympic gymnast Joe Fraser is planning on bringing through the next generation of gymnasts at this brand new facility he's helped to build from the bottom up.
Let's have a look at the Tuesday morning papers, shall we? Starting with the Telegraph, which is leading with the same story as us today. The latest on the Birmingham bin strikes, the paper reporting that the Unite Union is now considering a series of walkouts after its local members rejected that latest pay offer.
The Guardian says that senior Labour figures have urged the government to review Chinese investment in UK infrastructure in the wake of the British steel crisis.
And the Express this morning carries an interview with Nazi death camp survivor Susan Pollock, marking 80 years since the liberation of Bergen-Belsen. In the paper, the 94-year-old pays tribute to those who helped save her. And a bit later in the programme, we will speak to Lord Daniel Finkelstein, whose own relatives were at Belsen, and he's planning to return there as part of the commemorations later this month.
A lifeline for the British steel plant at Scunthorpe, with vital supplies arriving to keep its blast furnaces open. US Vice President J.D. Vance raises hopes of a trade deal with the United States Kingdom. Sir Alan Bates urges victims of the post office scandal to take the government to court over delays to compensation payments.
Way, look at that.
And it's bigger than a bathtub, but is this the largest Easter egg in Britain?
On track to clear the backlog of rubbish. Birmingham City Council says it should be gone by the weekend, despite the ongoing strike. A change in the mortgage market, a greater choice of deals requiring a small deposit than at any time since the financial crisis of 2008. Why the Toby Carvery pub chain has hacked down this 400-year-old ancient oak in North London. Locals say they're devastated. The owner of Pontins Holiday Parks charged with corporate manslaughter after a ceiling collapsed on guests. Spanish police bust an exotic cat breeding and smuggling ring. It is not pitch perfect, perhaps, but choirs for self-proclaimed tone-deaf singers are making waves across the UK.
I found people go, I can't join your choir, I'm awful, you don't want my voice. I thought, there's a place for this.
And it may not feel a lot like spring today with the April showers, but these chicks are helping to get us in the Easter spirit. Join me for the full national forecast later in the programme.